Well, for those who sell on Vinted, you'll know that it can be both great and terrible at the same time. Let's dig deeper. Hey everybody, welcome back. Car Boot Chris and Bargain Bell. I'm a full-time reseller, mainly on eBay, also Vinted and whatnot, but mainly eBay. But tonight we're going to focus on Vinted, and yeah, it's kind of as the title is. Vinted, both great and terrible at the same time. So have a think about that. We'll come back to it soon. You all right? That was okay. And welcome everybody in the chat. Lots of people dropping in. 69 in the chat, babe.
So,
it's a good number.
Is it a good or a bad number?
Depends which end.
Let's not start with literally.
No,
we're literally like
let's
2 minutes in and you're putting it in the gutter.
Let's not go there. Anyway, yeah, I can see lots of people dropping in. If you've not seen it, I have put a pinned, what do you call it?
Survey.
Poll. A pinned poll. And it goes, Vinted is my either top platform. This is for selling on, by the way. Number 2 platform. I list when I can be asked, or I don't sell on Vinted.
Which one do you think I ticked?
I list when I can be asked. Definitely that one. Yeah, so make sure you get your votes in. I'm interested to see what the results are. How many of you are selling on Vinted, and also at what level you sell on Vinted. So put your votes in. I can see some dropping in there. At the moment, I don't sell on Vinted, surprisingly, is in the lead. 34% of people currently watching do not sell on Vinted. Wow. I am surprised about that. But we do have non-resellers as well, so maybe they tick that one.
Just before we go into beating you to the bottom, which, let's face it, that's what's going to happen with the hellos. Cheryl's put there, please could we give a shout out to her mother Brenda, who is joining for the first time this evening.
Wow. Brenda.
Hi Gender. Hi Brenda.
Gender Brenda.
Hi Brenda, thank you for joining us. God knows what you've been let in for. You never know what's going to happen on these shows.
No, definitely not.
But
whoopsie daisy. Well done.
You knocked it.
Oh, your fault.
You knocked it. See what I mean? But hopefully you'll want to come back again.
Probably not.
So thank you for joining us.
Should probably enjoy it more when I'm on my own.
Probably. Most people do.
No. Right. So the way we always start these shows is get as many hellos or shouts in the comments as you can, especially if you've never said hello before. If you're a lurker or this is the first time that you've ever watched the show, make sure you get a hello in the side chat. Belle's going to shout out as many people as is humanly possible in the allotted 2-minute time until the music ends.
And all I can say is I've got 100% track record, so...
She never loses. So please get your hellos in now.
So we've got Pitcoat, Kevin Hawthorne, Linling Jeffries, Lucy's Car Boot Sale Loot, Mark Barkley, Deborah Sardine, Hillary Rhodes, Helen. Oh, it's all the same names. Emsden, See What You Buy. Cheryl Hughes, Carol Harris, Alcunax.
No, it's a different name, that.
Is it not?
Alcunas.
Alcunas. Another one I can't say then. Mark Hill, Brummy Time Lord, Paul Baker, Sean Davis, Limelight Vintage, Chris Tyler, Jerry Gregg, Phil Higginson, Bebo, See What You Buy, Fluffy the Muffin, Trugman 1, Secret Carper, Hez TV 1, Left-Handed Hummingbird, John Parker. Have I said Jane? If not, I'll say it again. Jane Hayes, Cavallis, Alan Starbucks, Pink Panther, Dan, Alex's Retro Drip.
Hey, they're doing well here.
They are. Sandra Parker. I think I'm repeating names now. Suzanne Murray, Des Lynch.
Des Lynham.
I was waiting for that. Finds and Flips, Ian J, Heavenly Boots. I like Heavenly Boots. Nothing Major, and The Crazy's Life.
Oh, well done. I actually thought you might not make it to the bottom there.
Well, I did. So let's go back and have a quick look. We've got lots of lows. Pitco said, how was everyone's weekend? His has been pretty good. We was in Manchester for the weekend because it was my brother's birthday on Saturday, so we met up with the family for that, and then I went watching my nephew Eric in a show in the evening up in Huddersfield.
That's it.
What did we do Sunday?
2 minutes gone.
Oh, Sunday Chris went to a car boot back in Manchester, and then we took the mothers to afternoon tea as a belated Christmas present.
I went to Oldham Rugby Club car boot sale. I've not been there for donkey's years, and I did get a video, so that'll be out of the weekend.
There was no way I was getting up at 5.
Oh, it's an early one.
Not a chance.
Very early. It's like 6 o'clock start there, so I was there for about 6. And it was a bit early that. I was up at like 5 o'clock.
I went to church as well with my mum Sunday morning, and she enjoys it. She enjoys it when I go with her. Chris said, what show was Eric in? Cats? That would be an ideal one for him to be in. No, it was just a singing. It was just like a singing concert-y thing that they put on in the local community centre. Just a bit of light-hearted fun for them. So I went to support.
I've not tried the new Chester one. I did go to Chester Rugby Club, if you saw the video a couple of weeks ago. I want to go back there again because they had a good day. But I might try that other Chester one. I have seen it advertised. I've not done it yet, though. But yeah, that one, I do want to try and go to that one at some point.
Mark says, hope your day has been productive one and everyone is deep into Q4 preparations.
No.
Is that a thing?
Not for me. It's not there yet. Mark, what kind of prep are you doing for Q4? Let us know.
The only prep I do is buy me Christmas decorations.
Yeah, let us know what that involves in the chat so that we can hear what you're doing.
What else should we got? We are both okay, thank you, STEM. Hope you guys are okay, because I know you're knee deep in house selling at the moment.
We've a very good July, says Dan. We just had the store on holiday mode for one day, and then went quiet for a few days, says Dan. Nothing Major said, Oldham Bardsley car boot at the rugby club is my local one. Oldham Bardsley. Yeah, I've heard of that one, but yeah, I didn't think about that for the weekend. Yeah, it's a different one. Cheryl is saying hello. The weekend was busy for me. I was selling Saturday, says Lucy, then buying at 3 car boot sales, so quite exhausted. That's a lot. Selling and then buying at 3. I don't often do more than one, to be honest with you. I just try and do what I can at one. And the problem is up here in North Wales is they're all quite spread out. So I mean, I could do. Sometimes I've done real and then tier prints on the same day because they're not far apart. But other than that, it's a fair trek, and a lot of them start early. So if you get early to one, you've missed the early start to the other. So it's not like they're staggered so that you can go to more than one. So I tend to go to one, and that would be it.
Pitco says, "Oh my God, Chris has a Quantum Leap shirt."
Yeah. You think? RIPL.
Jane says she just can't get on with Vinted. Kes TV, it's his birthday today. Or their birthday. Is it he, she?
Who cares?
Yeah.
Cares? Okay. Oh, it's Phil as well today, isn't it?
And it's Phil's.
Okay, hang on a second. This is for Phil.
Happy birthday! Woo!
And we have to play it again for Kez.
Happy birthday! Woo!
Anybody else has got a birthday in the next week? Let us know.
Yep, let us know. We'll give you a shout out for your birthday.
Kez says they list when they can be asked, but what they list goes fast. I should list more.
Dan says Bolton. Yeah, I've been to Bolton a few times. It's just a bit of a trek. It's way too far for me to go from here. And I couldn't be asked with the travel. We were in Staley Bridge, so it's a bit of a trek from there. It probably would have been...
It's a good 40 minutes.
Probably more than that, to be honest. By the time you add the time it takes us to get to the motorway from there. Probably getting close to an hour from Staley Bridge. So I couldn't be bothered, really. And it's also such an early start that I would have been up at like 3 a.m. or something. I couldn't be asked. But yeah, I have done it a few times.
Got another birthday there. Tap Peddler says, can we say happy birthday to his dad, Payne Senior?
Oh,
happy birthday, Mr. Payne.
Happy birthday. Is he actually watching?
Well, I'm sure he can watch back if not.
Is he actually watching? Now that's the question.
Happy birthday! Woo!
Happy birthday anyway.
Oh, there you go. Kez says, I'm a lady, Belle. I think ladies get 2 birthday plays, so you have to do it again, Kez.
You're not getting 2. No. No favouritism on this channel.
Did you read out Suzanne's comment?
No.
She said, hi, I'm new, well, on time. Watched you for ages, but never said hello or seen alive. Think I just want to enter a duck race. I don't sell old. Have a private eBay account. I'm watching with Anne.
Okay. Who's that?
Suzanne Murray. Well, welcome, Suzanne.
Welcome, Suzanne.
I'm glad you've managed to make it onto a live, and I'm glad you've managed to say hello to us.
Yeah.
So, hello right back.
I don't know if you're in tonight's duck race because ChatGPT pulls the names together, but
if you commented on last week's show,
yeah,
then
you'll be in it.
You should be in it.
If not, when this show is finished tonight, come back to it and comment, and that will get you in next week's.
And then you have to be here next week.
And then, well, you don't have to be here, but it's good to be here to see if you win or not.
Cheryl said that her mum loved that. Well,
Nice
you're very welcome, Brenda. Thank you for watching.
Chris Tyler says, I sold something on Vinted last Thursday. They received it Saturday. I got paid today quicker than normal. I use a QR code quicker for some reason. All right. Are you pro, Chris? Are you a pro seller? I have to wait 2 weeks plus delivery time for my money, but I'm not that bothered. Once you get into it, right, it's not a bad system because like I've had 2 returns recently, like for not things that don't fit. And so it didn't affect my bottom line at all because obviously I'd not been paid out for those items yet. And that's the whole point of having the 14-day wait period. So it just comes out of your pending. So it's actually not a bad system. I don't mind it too much. When you first start selling, for anybody who's new to selling as a pro, once you've done a couple of weeks of selling and the money starts dripping through, it doesn't make no odds anymore because you're on a constant flow. Hopefully, if you're making sales, you're on a constant flow of money coming in. You just have to get through that first couple of weeks of nothing coming in.
Pitco says, where'd you get your t-shirt from? Because he wants it.
I had this one made myself, Pitco. Had it made up. There's no other t-shirt in the world like this.
So how much do you want? How much will you buy it off him for? You know, everything's got a price for Chris. Including me, apparently.
Bolton's good if you do it with the toy. Yeah, that's a good point, that. Life in the First Lane. Yeah, I think next time I do it, I will go on a day when the toy fair's on as well. Yeah, it's a fair point. That at least you can kill two birds with one stone, can't you? Married to Reselling. Good evening, guys. ABL's in as well. And brilliant from the Lionesses. Yeah, it was good. I didn't watch all of it because we were traveling back from Manchester, but we got back in time for extra time. So I watched extra time and penalties. But yeah, I was glad they won, obviously.
Suzanne says, I don't sell on Vinted, and have a private eBay account. All right, okay. Why don't you sell on Vinted?
Any reason why you don't sell on Vinted? Yeah. How's that poll going, by the way? I don't sell on Vinted. Now 40% of you don't sell on Vinted.
You should be asking that question to a lot of people.
Interesting results coming in.
Chris says he's not pro on Vinted.
Ah, right. That's why you get paid quicker, isn't it?
Only has 20 things on, hardly uses it.
Yeah, fair enough. Dan says John Luke did a live YouTube video. It was good to have an update from them. It looks like they've outgrown their office space already. What, they've outgrown where they're at now?
That's huge.
They've got a huge space. When did they do the live, by the way? I missed that. I'm obviously subbed, so I don't know if I missed that or what. I can't believe they've outgrown that already.
I know. That's a lot.
That's a big space they've got there.
Pat Walker was with us. Hi, Pat. Thank you for joining us.
Great
Hi,
lighting.
ABL.
Dave says, great lighting tonight. Well, you see, Dave, you're getting into how difficult it is to host a live YouTube show. It's very difficult to get your sound and lighting right. And now he appreciates it because he spent weeks trying to get it right.
To be fair, I feel like that back's a bit bright.
It is a little bit, but I did turn the lights up. That's why I've angled it to the ceiling.
It's not helping because the sunshine in the evening comes straight in through this window. So it does, even though we put the curtains closed and we've had to push the door too because it's coming in from the landing. Yeah,
we're getting light from everywhere. So we've had to tone it down a little bit. Alex says, my first proper year with doing eBay full time. I've just hit the 30 grand mark for the year. Well done, Alex. That's great.
Very good.
Going to try and hit 65 by the year's out. Excellent job. That
good to have goals and aims.
I'm going to talk about some targets and aims as well, not in today's show, but in a future video. I've got a few video ideas penned down to do, and one of them is I don't really set myself targets, but I've got some soft targets to try and set myself this year, and I'm going to talk about it in a future video.
Kes says Vinted don't do Royal Mail collection, which is a pain on Vinted unless it's changed. I don't know.
I don't know for sure because I never do Royal Mail collection anyway, so I would have that option turned off.
And Suzanne says I should sell on Vinted. They offer £1. They do want stuff cheap on Vinted.
Oh, there you go. Dan said John Luke was live on Saturday before his Whatnot show. Ah, cool. I'll have to dig that out and watch back because don't often catch him.
Well, if it was Saturday evening, there was no reason for you because you were sat on your own with the dog.
I didn't see. I was playing on my Meta. I had my VR headset on Saturday night.
You could have watched them on your VR.
Yeah, I could have done it if I'd have known they were on. No, I couldn't because your mum's internet's terrible.
It is terrible.
Her mum's internet's on like 1 gigabyte.
I have to turn the Wi-Fi off just to get because it's better on my phone.
Better on your phone, yeah. But for anyone out there who's got a Meta Quest 3, I've recently got one, and it needs a good internet speed to operate correctly. And one megabyte or 2 megabytes, whatever Kath has got, Belle's mum, she's got like the base level Sky internet, just enough to get Netflix and Sky working basically. But it's not good for like gaming and stuff.
Just want to improve it, I keep meaning that when we're there, we need to sit down with her and have a look at it.
She needs to ring up. She'd probably get a deal for like 6 months or something. She'd probably get it cheap for a year. But anyway, yeah. So I've got a new toy. I'm probably going to end up selling my PS5 as well. I was talking to Belle about this because I think I've probably played on the Meta Quest already more this year than I have my PS5, and I've only had that about 2 weeks, a week.
Anyone want a PS5?
Yeah. If you want a PS5, give me a shout. I might sell it.
Oh, thank you, Paul. He says I'm priceless.
Yeah, right. There's
Yeah.
always a price.
I'm telling you now, you offer him enough, I'd be out the door.
$1 million, I consider it.
I'm quite impressed that it's even that high. Richard Paul Astley says, "We're no strangers to love."
Oh, nice one, Rick Astley. Welcome. Is this Jeff again?
I know. We always question, is it Jeff? It has to be.
Yeah.
You know the rules, and so do I. Hi, Ian. Thanks for joining. Better late than never. That's what we say. Ian says he did an update probably because we said we hardly see him since he won the eBay award.
Really?
We were all concerned for them. That's all it was.
Yeah, we see him like every day on Whatnot. It's not like you don't see him.
A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. We're getting the full song here.
Jesus Christ.
Kes says there'll be 20 goats.
Done. Done. That's probably worth quite a bit, that.
If those goats come in a tree, he's well sold.
As long as they can climb trees,
Yeah.
I'm all right. I've got a Smash Brothers Switch for sale, open to offers. I think Bella kill me if I buy another gaming machine.
Not so soon after just buying that one anyway. Have you not seen the collection of gaming stuff he's got here at the side? Does not need.
Just hit. This is my hang on. This is my testing station, babe.
That's what you keep telling. That's what you tell me.
This is not just for my pleasure.
Whatever.
This is for work purposes.
Oh, so why have you got a Sony disc thing?
Here's what I've got here. I can't show you.
What's that to test?
I've got a Superboy, which is a handheld SNES. Amazing. I've got a Sony Discman, a Sony Walkman. I've got 2 original Game Boys. One's modded, a PS Vita, a PSP, one of those emulator handheld systems. I've got a SNES, a 64, a Mega Drive, a PS1, a PS2, a Philips CDI, and a DVD VHS combi with a 14-inch retro TV.
So are you telling me that's just for work purposes?
I don't need a Switch.
You got enough toys.
But it would look good there.
And that's not including the PS5 downstairs, which he never uses.
Phil said I swapped to EE broadband. Oh, and I've got I've got PS5 and I've got the PS5. What's that?
Oh, that's that thing that you bought off Phil.
Yeah, the remote PS5 controller thing.
I've never even seen you pick that up.
I've used it once.
Never even seen you use it.
I used it once. I'll take the goats. Rick Astley. Married to reselling, won 10k from eBay and built a business on Whatnot. Yeah, you know what? That's quite ironic, isn't it?
Hey, they don't say where you have to spend it.
No, they don't. They don't say
business is business.
They don't say you've got to invest it into eBay, do they? Which is probably a mistake on their part, isn't it? They should say you have to spend it on eBay packaging.
Anyone know what song was released 38
years ago? What is it? Don't know.
Is it the one you're singing to us?
I tell you what. No,
me on.
Listen. All this is now. All this is a cry for help.
Don't encourage it.
Well, that was brilliant. I just thought of that there and then, babe.
That was
just thought of that there and then.
Very quick from you.
Even Santa can't think that quick.
I know.
He's
not
got
admitted to being Santa.
He's got ChatGPT bringing out all these lyrics.
Chris said Vinted only do Royal Mail prepaid drop-off QR codes, not to pick up.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm sure you're right there.
Fletch one says, looking at prices of MetaQuest 3, never heard of them still on Xbox One, PS4, PS2, Nintendo Switch.
I'll tell you what, Fletch, the MetaQuest 3 is freaking amazing. Even Belle was impressed by it.
It is pretty good.
Oh my God, it is mind-blowing, that thing. It is amazing.
It's weird.
I've played the PSVR 2, you know, the PlayStation VR thing.
Blows it out of the water.
Blows it out of the water. blows it out of the water. Miles better.
Geordie Reseller is with us. Hi.
Hello. Dan says, back in the 90s, I physically took my PC to my mate's house. But then plugged in the two computers together to link them. No internet then. I tell you what, we used to do when I was young. My mate had an Amiga 500, and we constantly 24/7 playing Sensible World of Soccer on it. Amazing game. And we used to move that around people's houses. Brilliant. I ended up getting one in the end, but Jesus, what a game that is. So addictive. Spend hours and hours and hours on
You're
that.
coming over tonight. Don't forget to bring your game.
Don't forget to bring your Amiga.
Yeah, the person who had it was the one that everyone was friends with. Dan said John Luke did buy a van.
Yeah. Next year it will be 10k in eBay vouchers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to spend it on promoted listings.
Yeah.
At 50% married. So you don't even get the whole lot. You have to pay the other half.
Yeah. John Luke made a point of how much he sells on eBay still.
I think he's increased his eBay a lot in the last few weeks. I know he did a video on it because he employed Charlotte's dad or something into the business, and it's really sort of generated a lot more sort of activity. So I know his eBay's gone up a lot.
No fees for 12 months on eBay would be a great prize. That would be a great prize.
Would be.
Definitely.
Be worth a fair bit, wouldn't it?
Paul says the new Superman film is poor. I've not watched it yet.
No.
We'll watch it at some point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yodel do home collection.
Taylor Gordon,
Hi,
or
Taylor.
AKA Gordon Taylor. What is your best-selling item or category on eBay at the moment? I have found suitcases
Don't think you've ever sold a suitcase.
to be very fast seller. Are you pulling my leg? Really, suitcases?
It's holiday season.
Well, yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? I just feel like there might be a joke in it somewhere. Maybe I'm wrong.
He's always suspicious.
I'm very suspicious now. What's your best-selling category at the moment? For me, my sports jerseys are just going brilliantly on both eBay and Vinted. I sold
and your Disney pins.
And Disney pins. I sold six sports jerseys over the weekend on Vinted. And it might not sound like a lot, but average price is like 30 quid. So it's a decent amount for the weekend. And on eBay, I'm selling an average of 2 a day on jerseys. Obviously, that's because my store is getting bigger and bigger with jerseys. So obviously, the more you list in a category, the more you're going to sell. Makes sense. It makes obvious sort of financial sense that will happen. But definitely, I'm not slowing up my jersey sales. I'm not slowing up buying them, and not slowing up listing them either. I'll keep going with them. As long as I keep selling, I'll keep doing it. But that's my best category at the moment for sure. Player manager kickoff 2. I used to love playing sensible soccer. I never understood why Benfica had 4 players with gold stars and the rest had 3. I missed half the school year playing sensible soccer. My first computer was Amiga 500 Plus.
Amiga was ahead of its time.
It was, yeah, it was so good. Did anyone have that X? Those who had Amigas, did you have that? Was it called the X disc or something? And you could put it in, and then copy. Sorry, you could borrow a game, put it in, and it would It would sort of borrow the data off it and copy it onto a disc for you, so that you could then borrow it sort of permanently. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. I think it had an X in the title.
And you went into being a cop.
I know, terrible.
Lisa said, but they still do good on eBay. He bought out a video the other day and showed the eBay screen and done just over 8.5k in the last 31 days.
That's good.
Never Gonna Give You What was released on the 27th of July, 1987. I was a baby. I was 7 years old then.
That 1987 was probably the start of the period when I actually started taking notice of and listening to music.
Yeah, would you have been 10?
No, 9. 9. 78, dear. So yeah, I probably started around then, properly like getting into music.
Electronics is my best category, says Alex. At the moment, how it sells everything else, hence why I've got a death pile of clothes to sell. Coffee machines go, says Kez.
I believe so. I never bother with them, but I hear a lot of
one in the
people.
garage.
I hear a lot of people selling the coffee machines.
Let's want to do odd suitcases, vintage Carlton hard shells. It's just not something we've ever come across to resell, is it?
Oh, there you go. Bebo says shoes for them.
Tell you what, we should sell them giant it ones that you bought, because we're never going to use them. Them giant, massive giant it cases, the extra large ones that you thought were going to be a good buy.
Yeah.
And they're not. But I bet they'd sell well on.
Oh, how am I supposed to post them?
I don't know.
Post them. Oh, there you go. X copy. That was it. I knew it had an X in the title. X copy 2 was the best.
Oh, apparently you weren't the only one. Lots of people know of it.
Yeah.
Michael said there, X copy.
Why have we got a flickering screen at the moment? It's proper annoying.
X copy 2 was the best one, or if you could afford it, there was a copying program called Synchro Express 2. Alex well knows it all.
Deborah says,
dodgy people.
The first video game I ever played was Pong. Was that on the Atari, Deborah? Sardine. Was it on the Atari, that one? 2600.
Gwynlyn says hers are handbags and purses. ABL says cowbells are my fastest movers at the moment.
Yeah, I think he's winding you up there.
Why? How? What would be amusing about that?
It's probably just Dave's weird sense of humour. There you go. Pink Panther says I queued up for 5 hours for Sensible World of Soccer when it came out. Best game ever. Yeah, totally. Sean
was minus 6 months old when Rick Astley's song came out. Golden Axe. Even I liked Golden Axe. That was a really good game.
Chris says, anyone know what any van is on Vinted postage? Yeah, I've seen that as well, Chris. You can't turn it off either, can you? There's 2 options. That one you can't turn off, and I don't know what it is, a nonsense. It might be like a French thing or something that they've not turned off. But there's also another option on the other postage list that I've never heard of, which I think you can actually turn off. The Selling Dan used to do YouTube, sold a lot of suitcases. Catherine Green's on Facebook.
Hi sis, hope you're feeling okay.
Des Lynham says running shoes. It was Atari, probably 2600, I think, that one. First Woody, aka Woody. You know what that is?
No.
Woody. It's the Atari 2600 console, one of the early ones, like, don't know if it's late 70s or something, but it had like a wood effect look to it.
I think I vaguely remember.
You probably would know if you saw it.
Vaguely remember that. Chucky Egg. Love Chucky Egg. Used to have that on the PC.
Lion King on the Mega Drive 2, says Lisa.
Oh, cowbells, movers. Thanks, ABL.
For fuck's sake. I told you it was his sense of humour.
Oh, Chucky Egg is definitely one of the games that I remember playing a lot of.
A couple of people said Pong. Dan's asked the question, best live concert in your lives, Belle and Chris. Belle goes first. What's your best live concert?
This might seem like a weird one.
Oh God, it always starts with a story
no.
opener, doesn't it?
No, just as in, it's probably not someone you'd be thinking of, but the Beautiful South. The Beautiful South are one of the concerts that I went to with that if you close your eyes, it sounded like you were listening to a CD. That's how good they were live. So yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Mine has to be Wacko Jacko. What a concert that was. That was amazing. History tour in Sheffield, in the stadium in Sheffield, Don Valley Stadium, Michael Jackson history tour. But also, I won't say these were the best, but we also, in that era, went to see the Spice Girls. We have seen the Spice Girls live.
You have, not we.
Not we, but me and my mates went to see the Spice Girls.
I was not a Spice Girls fan.
At the old 9X Arena in Manchester.
Well, Paul Heaton, my sister went to watch him last week, and I'm gutted, to be fair, that I didn't. She did ask me if I wanted to go, and at the time I was like, nah, it's okay, but I'm gutted. I wish I had done, because it looked like a really good concert.
Any van is for oversized and furniture. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Tracy's
Lisa.
in.
Oh
Hi,
my
Tracy.
God, you saw Michael Jackson, says Lisa.
Oh, so good. It was amazing.
Cheryl loves the beautiful South.
Right, let's skip down to the bottom and then we'll start talking a bit more about Vinted.
Which
the
Spice
good,
Girl
the bad,
did
and the
you
ugly.
fancy, Chris? It's got to be Baby.
Baby, yeah, Baby.
If you're going to fancy any of them, it have to be Baby. Went and saw Status Quo, but they were amazing.
I would imagine it'd be good.
Meatloaf was good live. Enjoyed him too. We went to a 90s event in Manchester a couple of years back. Bewitched was amazing.
Bewitched.
Well, we saw Thingy, didn't we, at in Dublin for that New Year's Eve, Madness, and they were all right, weren't they? Yeah. Madness randomly came on, and
yeah.
There was a few.
It's a typical New Year's Eve party band, though, isn't it?
But there was a few old like singy groups that came on. I can't remember who else was on that show, but yeah, I do remember Madness.
Right, let's talk about Vinted. The title of tonight's show was Vinted. I can't remember what's the title.
I never know what the title is.
What was the title? Vinted can be great and terrible at the same time. That was the title. And what I mean by that is, like, as sellers, really. So join the chat. Why does the screen keep flashing? I feel like these things. Is the screen flashing for you lot, guys?
Some interesting best concerts and stuff coming out there.
Chico, we saw Chico.
Yeah,
didn't we?
He turned the lights on last year in real. Did.
Oh, was it then? I was trying to think.
We also saw him. We also saw him at the Butlins.
Oh yes,
we saw him at Butlins, but he turned the Christmas lights on in real last year because he was part of the panto.
We saw him at Butlins as well. Madonna, wow, Madonna.
Well, look at Deborah's there. Her best concert was Ozzy.
Right.
Osbourne.
Right, Vinted. Come on, guys, focus. Focus. Vinted can be great or terrible. Put your comments in. Why is it great or why is it terrible? Here's what I've got, and we'll take it from there. Vinted, great. No selling fees. Fast and easy listing. Quick payouts. A growing UK audience. That's a good one. And a simple general platform to work on. That's the great points that I came up with about Vinted. Now, the terrible points that I'm talking about.
There's no in between.
No, it's just great or terrible.
It's great or terrible.
There's no, oh, it's all right. It's great or terrible, right? The terrible parts of Vinted, the protection you get, mainly as a seller and sometimes as a buyer, is very poor. The protection is poor, even though it's paid for. Customer service is non-existent. Like, it is awful, customer service. A massive lack of control as a seller. So when I say a massive lack of control, it like eBay, you've got all your seller hub and all the things you can do on your account, and you can do reports and stuff. On Vinted, there are no reports. Like, I was talking about this in the Discord. I wanted to see how much I'd sold in the last week and on the last month on Vinted. I couldn't get that information. That information is not available on Vinted. I could not find anywhere like a list or a button where I could say how much have I sold in 7 days. Doesn't exist. Even if, like, you know, on your orders page of your orders sold, even if they just put a little date next to each one. Like, you could at least work it out in your head. You can't. There's no date on it, so you don't know what's sold. Also, there's a real, when I say lack of control, there's a real lack of tools as a seller. You can't bulk edit anything. If you want to reduce prices on everything, you've got to go in individually and bulk edit or use a software like Sellerator, which I use. But also then you do risk, it's a bit dodgy. They don't like people using their API without permission. So bulk edit is a real bad loss. You can't even search your own store. Like, as a pro seller, why don't we have these tools? Why can't I search an item in my own store? Can't be done. I have to go to the main page. I have to know what is in my title, and I have to search for my item to find it, and then either delete it, edit it, reduce the price, whatever. Like, because here's what happens. If I sell something that's cross-listed from eBay to Vinted, if I sell it on eBay and I need to take it down on Vinted, if I've got 400 items, which is what I have at the moment on Vinted, I can't just go and get it. I have to search for it in the main search bar and find my listing and then delete it. It's the only way I can do it, unless you use a third-party tool. So yeah, a real lack of control and back access, backroom access, if you like the seller hub on eBay. Just basics. I don't even want that much detail that eBay give you. I just want to know what I've sold and when I've sold it. Just basic reports like that and a couple of bulk editing tools. And after that, it would be great, So also, the other things that are terrible, search and discoverability. The search function on Vinted is not amazing. And also, after a few days, your item plummets down the bottom of a search result. And as a pro seller, this is an extra terrible. As a pro seller, your visibility is even worse. So you got
Shouldn't that be the other way?
It should be. But Vinted even have it in their T's and C's that your visibility as a pro seller will be less than a normal seller, which is crap, isn't it? At least give us equal footing. Well, we're all paying the same, aren't we? We don't pay extra fees.
You don't pay extra for being pro?
No, not yet anyway. I was saying a few weeks ago, I wouldn't mind paying the extra, like 10 quid a month. Right, give me some bulk editing tools, give me some reporting features, and stuff like that. Give me some form of control on my account. Also, this is kind of a buyer thing, but it's a wild west at times, Vinted. In regards how you receive things from people, like postage, it's horrendous. I have never had something sent to me on eBay. In all the years, 20 years selling on eBay, I've never had somebody wrap something in a crisp packet, like an empty crisp bag with some tape on it. I've never had that. But stuff like that happens week in, week out on Vinted. And also, Vinted is actually flooded with fakes. Flooded with counterfeit goods, counterfeit football shirts, counterfeit trainers. I've ordered several pairs of trainers in the last few weeks. They just keep coming through counterfeit, fake. It's very, very poor. Very poor control over counterfeit goods. So there you go. That's my input. I'm going to turn it over to you. Can we go back to where I started chatting?
Yeah. Lisa said her Vinted has gone dead in the last 2 weeks. Dan said Vinted is black and white. There's no in between.
Yeah, I think you're probably right there, Dan.
Gentleman marketer said saying Vinted feels like the Wild West.
Yeah. If something goes wrong on Vinted, like you could say it's 50-50 whether it's going to turn out right.
Lisa, after the VAT thing, I just worry if anything major goes wrong, I won't get the help I need. Pitco says I don't sell on Vinted at the moment, but not saying I won't sell on there at all.
Fair enough.
Nothing to do with Vinted, but Deborah said she met Paul Heaton up in the pub and she managed to spill a pint of orange juice in his lap.
Bloody hell.
That's one way of saying hello. Bet he remembers you. Taylor says, great, no fees, simplicity, rapidly growing user numbers, terrible, no customer service, constant updates and glitches lately.
Yeah, I love that. Definitely.
Lisa said, why do Vinted automatically give customers refunds and expect you to request the return from the customer?
Just what they do.
Lisa said they have a list for what you sold yearly.
Yeah, I think you can get a big report, but you can't get recent reports. I can't get a report that tells me what I've sold in 7 days. and I can't get a report that tells me what I sold in a month.
Dan says sellers on Vinted claim the product is new when it arrives. It's clearly not
Oh yeah,
new.
that's another thing. Yeah, sellers have this habit of putting everything as very good. Like literally, people list things as. I saw a few things last week that were listed as very good, as per usual. A pair of trainers had holes in the front. How's that very good?
Well, I bought, haven't
Don't
I?
get it.
I bought trainers earlier in the year that were listed as only worn once, and I had to literally clean them when they came because they were filthy.
Bebo says I bought a Kipling monkey off Vinted this week. When it arrived, it was obviously fake. I sent him photos and a brief explanation, and then they immediately gave him. Well, you've done well there, Bebo. You got your money back.
When they do that, you know that if they don't argue the toss, they know they've sold it fake and hoping that they're getting away with it.
Ian says I love Vinted for sourcing. Downside, you can't guarantee getting stuff. Too many fakes. Yeah.
Bitco said, Chris, you're not doing a good job of selling Vinted.
It's 50-50. It's good and bad, but that's the same as any platform. If you speak to anybody who sells on eBay, you'll probably get the same good and bad. Not the exact same, but you'll get that split of good and bad.
Excuse me. Alex said the only thing you could do in Vinted is pull off sales report, how much you do per month. The only way to get a better APIs is to use Accelerate.
Yeah. I do use Accelerator, yeah.
Laura says being unable to search your store is my main gripe, especially with so many listings.
It's so annoying. And so many people on Vinted have a lot of listings. Like even private sellers on there have 1,000 listings. How do they even manage that? Like, how do they find something? The only way you can find something is to search it in the main search bar, to search for your own item. How can something so simple not be on your back end on your account? Why can't you search your own store? It doesn't make sense to me why you wouldn't have such a simple function as that.
Well, you know why? Because when they created it, they didn't create it as a business selling platform, did they? They created it as an every Joe is just going to go in the wardrobe and sell a handful of things to make a bit of money. It's not designed for bulk.
Yeah, but come on, they must have known that this was what was going to happen.
How did they?
If they want to grow as a business, they're going to know that is going to happen.
But what I'm saying is when they've created it, they haven't created it with the mindset of it being for people that are going to sell thousands of items at a time.
That being said, right, people have been selling thousands of items for a couple of years now.
They could have
haven't they adapted with these things? Like, you don't expect these functions to come in like constantly, but just drip feed some useful things. As the platform grows, why haven't they grown with it and drip feeded functions? There are private sellers who have been selling thousands of items on there, but yet you've literally got no bulk editing tools at all. Like if you want to reduce your prices, you've got to do them one by one, unless you've got a company like Accelerator to help you with it. And this isn't an advert for Accelerator. I'm just saying, Vinted don't have any of this stuff.
Resale Rescue said Vintage is okay for under 20 quid. Or anything you're happy losing is customer service and protection is awful. Laura says, but the biggest pro is things sell so much faster than on eBay.
I guess it depends. I don't think that is strictly true. I think things can sell faster, definitely. I've had things like jerseys and stuff that have sold bang like that really fast. And I've cross-listed some stuff over from eBay that's been on eBay for a while and it's sold on Vinted. So yes, I think things can, but I don't think it's always the case. It's just whether the item is in demand or not, I guess.
Well, I finally listed something in the last few days, which is a miracle. But I listed 3 items and 2 of them on Vinted. Since I've listed them, I've only had 1 view. 1 view. And it's like... You'd think even just scrolling somebody, you'd get more than that.
Yeah. Dave.
One of them's a Harry Potter. So you'd think that would be in a searchable quite a lot, Harry Potter.
Thank you, Dave, for the super chat. Dave's trying to get the top of the top fans again, isn't he?
He has got top fans. It's there.
He's got top fans again. He's done that on purpose. If you want to beat Dave to the top, you'll have to send super chats now.
Pitco's number 2 and Linlin's number 3. Queenie said, that is exactly why...
Hang on a minute. Pitco, how do you feel being a number 2?
Pitco said, don't you use Celerade though?
Yeah,
Chris?
I do use Cellerator. It's good for certain things. Here's what I use Cellerator for whilst we're on the thing, right? I use Cellerator to cross list, but I've also been using the Cellerator Grow, the GrowBot thing, to bulk edit and to relist on Vinted. So you can do bulk relists, and that actually it really bloody works. Every time I do a bulk relist, I also reduce the price. It bumps everything back to the top of your store, and it gives it a new lease of life again. And I've sold a lot of stuff in the last few weeks doing that.
Queenie says that is exactly why I never changed to Pro. No tool suitable for a business seller. ABL says just buying my way to the top of the XP list.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're doing, Dave. Not daft.
Ian says pro sellers have doubled prices on Vinted, so less bargains now.
I think that's true. Yeah, I said this, predicted that would happen. I think it's pretty obvious anyway. But back when before Pro started, I said as soon as Pro gets released, it is going to up the prices. There are still bargains though, Ian. I'm still buying some great bargains to both resell and for myself, but they are harder to come by.
Rick Astley's not giving up. Ever. He's never going to give up.
Yeah.
Kez says, I think the fees should be the same across the board for business and personal. eBay is far too complicated. Hope Vinted don't go that way.
It's very complicated, eBay, isn't it? And Fluffy the Muffin says, what do pro sellers have that normal sellers don't?
I missed that. Sorry, Fluffy.
Not a right lot, Fluffy. Basically, you actually get less as a pro seller, if I'm honest. You get less because your listings are guaranteed to be lower in search than a normal seller. That's in the T's and C's. It's written in black and white, so you have to accept that. But also, I guess the main thing is that you can list as much as you want without fear of your account disappearing.
That's the main thing, isn't it?
That's the main thing, is you can list without fear. Because if they take your private account off you because you've been listing like unauthorized pro listings, then you risk not ever being able to buy or sell on the platform again. So that's the main thing.
Dan says they only buy from people with 5-star reviews that have been selling for at least a couple of years. Jamie says, what do you think about Vinted banning people sniping on there?
I haven't really got an opinion on it, Jamie. I'm not really bothered about it. I don't really see the issue with it.
How do you snipe on Vinted?
You can buy you can join groups and stuff and get software that you can put your keywords in and it will ping up as soon as something with a keyword gets listed. I mean, to be honest with you, you can do that anyway because you can have saved searches on Vinted. But the bots, it kind of pings up a notification on your phone and stuff. Oh, this has been listed, so you can snipe it within seconds. But I'm not bothered about it, to be honest with you. If people want to go and use those things, I'm not asked. I don't have an opinion. I can understand why Vinted are doing it because they see it as it's not what they built the platform for. So they're kind of sticking to their sort of original morals in that respect.
Ethos.
It's not going to affect Vinted in any way. Some people might think, well, okay, they're going to lose loads of money because all the people that would buy within 2 seconds using a bot are not going to be able to buy it. Well, all that will happen is a normal person browsing will buy that same item a minute late, a minute in after it's been listed because they'll have had a safe search. So Vinted will not lose any money by doing that because a normal buyer will just buy that item. Whereas before they wouldn't have seen it because a bot would have already got it. But yeah, I don't have an opinion. I don't really care. I don't use a bot. I just use saved searches and I just check it a few times a day to see if there's anything on there I want. If I miss out on stuff, I miss out. I'm really not that arsed about it, Jamie. I don't care.
Ian says bombarded with notifications is another downside to Vinted. You can turn your notifications off, though. You only have to have certain ones on.
I don't feel like I get bombarded. But yeah, maybe have a look at your settings.
Des says, after using eBay for many years, I was shocked at the amount of scammers fakes on there that made it hard to navigate when I first used it a year ago. It is improving.
I think they have to improve that. They have to.
But he's saying that's... Oh, no, so he's saying after eBay that he was shocked at Vinted. Right.
I think Rick Astley's got a bot going here, just going
know.
through the entire song.
I know, just throwing a line in every now and again. Limelight says, I only buy on Vinted and feel like I'm taking a chance each time. There is normally only 1 or 2 bad photos and 0 descriptions, so not much info to aid the decision to buy. See, but when I list, I kind of treat it a little bit like eBay is. And, I always make sure I put all the same photographs as what I would put if I listed something on eBay. And I always put a description and I always make sure everything's filled in. Why wouldn't you do that? It still doesn't take long.
James says, Chris, you spend 30 seconds praising the good things about Vinted and then 5 minutes on the bad. The thing is, the bad things kind of need a bit of an explanation, whereas the good things are self-explanatory. Apart from it being cheap to sell on. So what makes it popular is no selling fees, the fast listing, and they're the 2 things that make it very popular.
I personally think it's better for selling than it is for buying now, because buying is a minefield. I feel like there's so many issues that can go wrong when you're buying from Vinted, as in, we just said, you never know if things are fake. You don't know what the quality of things are because people aren't putting photographs and descriptions up properly. I've had loads of times where they don't even send it because they don't get anything. They don't get any bad marks for not sending stuff.
Oh, they do. They get auto 1-star feedback.
Oh, do they? But it doesn't seem to stop people. The amount of people that
they don't care though.
They've just ghosted me. So the thing for me when you're buying off Vinted is you don't even know if you're going to actually get the purchase. And then you don't know how it's going to arrive because of the shocking way the package. So I personally think it's better for selling on than buying from.
Yeah, fair dues.
So there you go.
When I've bought stuff on Vinted, I've had so many bad experiences buying on Vinted, like breakages, fakes, not as described. People can't package things properly,
Stuff not even coming that should be in there.
Yeah.
Like your tikis where five tikis in a picture, but apparently one of them wasn't part of the description.
Yeah, completely missing items. I've had a lot of bad buying experience. Don't get me wrong, right? I've had a lot of really great deals on Vinted as well. But I tell you what, you don't remember the great deals. You remember the bad experiences.
But that's why we go back, because we all like things for cheap. And you do find, ultimately, you find good bargains on there.
Yeah.
And for me, I will go and look for a bargain, but I always make sure it's something that if I want to buy it, I'm in my mindset, I'm already prepared for it either not coming or not being right. But I'm willing to take a chance, because if it does come and it's okay, I've got it at a good price.
Yeah. Resell says they have no controls over authentication as 2 items have gone through and not been packed when sent on. 1,500 quid down the drain. Wow. Bloody hell. I mean, you can have things sent to authentication if that's what you're talking about, Resell. You can have things sent through their authentication scheme, but I don't know how good that is.
Kez says, I bought a fake Levi's t-shirt from Vinted. Later, I found a Facebook page selling job lots of the same fake Levi t-shirts from abroad.
Right. Bloody hell.
DVD says, anyone notice on certain items if you click sell one yourself, it takes you to your shopping basket?
Oh, no, I've not noticed that.
I didn't know there was that function.
No, me neither, to be honest. Can you do that? Can you do a sell similar on Vinted?
On certain items, if you click sell one yourself.
Can you do that?
Didn't know you could do that.
I'll do a little test.
ABL said, Vinted sucks for buying, but I love it as a seller. That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Aside from the lack of metrics, of course. Kez says, can you control from a desktop? No, I don't think it's any different from a desktop than what it is. Is it? Can you get it on a desktop, or is it just
Vinted?
An app? Yeah,
you
can get it on.
Get it on desktop.
But there's no extra functions if you do it on desktop rather than the app.
Absolutely nothing different at all on desktop.
Chris Tyler says, did all of your auctions pay, and were they all your subscribers?
They weren't all subscribers. I think there was about 10 out of 25 that were people who had watched the channel. From what I can gather, I can't be sure on it because some names I didn't recognize. But 4 out of 25 did not pay.
And one of them, how much was it? £1.25.
It's ridiculous. Like, what, somebody won something for £1.21 and they put a cancellation request in. What is the point?
I know.
Just commit yourself and buy it.
And it was, you saw there was nothing that was rubbish on there. So whatever they were getting for £1.21 must have been worth it.
It was crazy. But yeah, it's very disappointing to see that 4 out of 25 didn't finish the transaction. Very disappointing. I can understand why auctions are dead if that's what happens.
Mark says, bought some rare folio society books on Vinted worth around 260. No word of a lie. The seller sent it just wrapped in tin foil with a label slapped on. I couldn't believe the piss poor effort.
It's crazy, isn't it?
We know, well, Chris has sold folio books before, so we know how expensive that some of them can be.
I've had breakables sent with literally absolutely no padding whatsoever. I've had tiki mugs put in a box. That's it.
Yeah.
Rattling around in a box, going through every postal system. I've had like rare figures, like just thrown in a Tesco bag, a figure, like a NECA figure, just put in a Tesco bag. Awful.
Looney says, as soon as you add features, you need to raise fees to pay for it. It's not for business sellers. That's eBay's selling point.
Yeah, that's true. But what I was saying, Looney, was I don't mind paying the fees. If you make the platform better for me as a professional seller, I'll pay the fee. £10 a month, whatever, I'll pay it. If you can add some very, very simple features, like I'm not even asking for the world here. I'm not asking for the earth. I just want to be able to manage my shop, get some reports off, and just deal with things a bit better than the way they are now.
Cheryl says, sold a deep fat fryer new in box, boxed it in an old air fryer box. Email from buyer saying, I don't want an air fryer. Put this right with no cost to myself. I said, open the box. We've had this this conversation before with people not opening boxes where you've reused packaging.
Yeah, I know. Happens a lot.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous.
Really does happen a lot. It's funny though.
It makes me laugh how you just, in this day and age, why would you not open a box? Because you know damn well somebody is not going to send you with no packaging. But yeah, it's crazy.
Kaz says, I like that Vinted isn't flooded with loads of cheap Chinese stuff. Yeah, fair point.
Yeah. Rick Astley says, you all in the UK missed it. Years ago, Rick Astley rolled America's at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. So it was a couple of years ago, wasn't it? I think it was the first New Year where we was in here and we spent New Year's Eve sitting on our own, and Rick Astley was on the New Year's show, and we were dancing in the living room together, weren't we, to him singing? You can't get up and boogie. You can't not get up and boogie, can you, when Rick Astley comes on?
Vinted was started in 2008 in Lithuania. Wow.
A lady was moving house, and that's how it all started. Ian says, we'll never be Vinted open to talk to them.
No. Vinted reported a 330% increase in profits for 2024. Do you have a bump on Vinted? Yes, I do. Every other week, I do a store-wide Is it spotlight when you do the whole store? I do that like maybe twice a month. I don't often do the individual item bumps though, because I sell like all the jerseys. It's like, which one would I pick to do a bump on? So I'm not bothered.
Ooh, Adam has joined him. He says, hi guys, I'm in Real, a local reseller.
Nice one, Adam. Welcome. Are you going to the North Wales eBay meetup?
On Thursday.
There's a North Wales meetup. You do have to register for it, but I'm sure there'll be spaces. At the moment, it's probably just me, Andrew, and the lady that's organising it, and Belle.
But this is assuming that he has an eBay account.
Yeah,
he might not sell on eBay.
That's true.
Dan says Vinted sold more than Amazon in France last year.
Blimey. Tracy is about to send a $2,000 Chanel purse for verification. Wherever she gets it, gets a break from running 4 businesses.
Do you know what? I can't wait to find out that that's real. Jeff. That will just be absolutely amazing. It really will.
Dean says, did a boot sale at the weekend. It was awful. I was able to list a few pairs of brand new jeans while I had them hung up, and they sold by the end of the boot sale. Made more on that. That's a good use of time, though.
Kez says sniping sounds good for sellers, surely.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's bothered, but I think obviously Vinted must have had some complaints from people. I don't know who or why, but either that or Vinted are noticing that people are sniping them and using these bots and getting items within 1 or 2 seconds. Literally like auto buying stuff. Like if it hits a certain criteria, it just buys it for you, I think.
Oh, Dan says the monitors buy while you are asleep before the item goes live on Vinted.
Yeah, literally within like a second. As soon as it's up, it's bang, it's gone. I wouldn't trust that. I wouldn't want a bot spending my money without me seeing what it is.
Thanks, ABL, for joining us.
Cheers, Dave.
See you
soon. Let's try and get to the bottom of the chat. We're a little bit behind here, babe.
Adam says he loves a safe search on eBay. Sandra said eBay should do 1 charge per listing instead of all these different percentages. It would be easier instead of all the different promoted listing charges.
Yep, definitely.
That's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, we've had conversations like that in the past, definitely.
Adam says, yeah, I do that. eBay has been a lot stronger for me lately with clothes, especially. So he does sell on eBay.
Yeah.
Kez says they buy from Vinted. They like eBay clothing stores that have seconds.
Yes, got my mic clipped up here today.
I've got
Belle's got hers down there.
My chesty one.
Down her cleavage.
Down my cleavage.
Dan says, I googled the VAT threshold. I can see why you're happy to maintain where you are, Chris. Went up to 5. Yeah, it's up to 90k at the moment. Be nice if it hit 100. I think that would cover a lot of people.
Oh, Rockstar Sparklers. I like that name. Yeah, I agree. Buying from Vinted is a gamble.
It is a gamble. Welcome to the chat, but yeah, it is a gamble.
Flipping Phil says, my kids go to phrase is sell it on Vinted, whereas my generation grew up on eBay.
Well, we were saying this last week. Your boys are both sell on Vinted,
but they don't really touch eBay.
They don't touch eBay. I don't think it's widespread in the US. I do think that it is available. I'm sure I've heard some US sellers talking about Vinted, but I don't think it's even got going yet in the US.
Chris said, do we remember the first breakable items we had to send online and compare packing them now? Well, you do learn by your mistakes, don't you? Adam says, I wish it was automatic payments when you take offers on Vinted and eBay. I know, because I've had that before where people will literally send you an offer and you accept, and then nobody pays. They just vanish, don't they?
Ian said last week felt like a whatnot show. Yeah, it did a bit, didn't it, with the auctions ending, 1-minute auctions.
Everyone seems to enjoy it, though.
Yeah, it was fun. I'll do it again soon, but I've got to recover from all the losses I made last week.
Kerr says, can you use your keyboard functions to search Vinted listings in seller dashboard?
I don't know, Kaz. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Explain yourself.
Georgie says, I often find I have more trouble with buyers getting things cheap versus expensive.
Okay.
Dan says we sold 3 items for 1p each and the buyer was asking about a reduction in shipping.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Tiki, trying to summon Jason T. Smith. Limelight says I put a sticker on the outside now saying your item is inside. Shouldn't have to, should you? Dan says new inbox should be the original box. Yeah, but the original box was in another box. Because if you don't put it in another box, then the original box gets damaged in postage. If you're selling something new in box, you're not just going to send it like that, are you? Because if you don't put it in another box...
Oh, double box.
Yeah, then the new in box bit gets damaged.
GS Pre-Loved says, I'm going to North Wales meetup this week. Oh, nice one.
Woo! We'll see you there.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Minus Cookie.
Please come and say hello.
Why are you being a pest again?
Yeah. Is anybody else, while we're on that subject, is anybody else coming to the North Wales meetup in Prestatyn on Thursday, 12 till 3? If you are coming, please say hello. I can't imagine there's going to be like hundreds of people there, or even maybe 50 people. I don't know, but you know, if you come in, please do introduce yourself to us.
Deborah says, Rob and me watched that New Year's Eve show with Rick Ashley. It was a fantastic way to see you knew it. I actually got Chris up, even though he was still awkward, even though it was just me and him. I got him up dancing in the living room. Just to have, mind you, I'd had a few Bucks fizzes gone to my head.
Yeah. Cooks. All right, baby. Look, who's that? You're on TV. Look, you're on TV there, look. Look, Cookie, look, you're on TV.
Adam says, have you been to the Costco car book?
Car
No,
book?
we haven't been there yet.
No, not yet. I keep seeing it advertised, but I can't be asked travelling too far to boot sale.
Is that the one? Is that the charity one that's held at Costco? Because that's another one that keeps getting advertised. There's oh my God, there's a charity up that way as well that's always putting car boots on. I forgot what the charity's called now.
I don't know. Taylor says, will Vinted ever do international postage? Had my first international on eBay with simple delivery to GSP. I believe I've heard some things saying that at some point in the future, Vinted are planning on connecting their international marketplaces, because they are in quite a few different countries at the moment. But I have heard, and I don't know how true it is, it's just hearsay, but I have heard that they may connect the international sites at some point so that people can buy from the other Vinted sites. You know what I mean?
Poshmark's gone, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's gone. Well, in the US, it's in the US.
Kes says, do you have something called Poshmark? We did, but it went.
Yeah,
because everybody from Poshmark moved over to Whatnot.
Yeah.
It
It lasted a year, and then couldn't sustain itself, so it died. They cancelled it.
Thanks for joining us, Cheryl and Brenda.
Thank
Hope to see you again soon.
Kez says, on a PC, you can press Control and F, so find a word on a web page. Depends how many listings load per page. I don't think that would work, Kez, because there's not enough on a page for you to warrant doing that. I don't think. I understand where you're coming from, though, but I can't see that really working. Always good to try and find like shortcuts like that, though.
Or I wish you did, Santa. He said he's trying to get a direct flight to the North Wales meetup. Yummy Kitchen Direct says, just join in, please. I miss what. Oh, you just joined in. I missed what the brief was. We've basically been talking about Vinted, the pros and cons of Vinted.
Yeah,
but we're pretty much at the end of the conversation.
Yeah, we're kind of at the end. You can always watch back if you really want to. But yeah, we're just talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly on Vinted.
A lot of it appears to be ugly, apparently.
Most people only want to talk about the ugly. There's lots of good things about Vinted. I do enjoy the platform. I am selling a good amount on there at the moment. I'm constantly listed. Every day I'm trying to put 10 on every day, a minimum of 10, cross-listed from eBay. So my sales are going up and up and up on Vinted, which is good. Yeah, so it's all, from that point of view, it is good.
Phil's going to be away in Norfolk. Well, enjoy your time in Norfolk. Does Chris not like a boogie? You're not much of a dancer, are you? You're not much of a dancer.
If I'm bladdered, I might, but I don't often get drunk these days.
I've never seen you bladdered. If I drag him, I might get a slow dance out. If I might get a slow dance out of him.
If you drag me up there, I'll go up, but of my own volition, probably not.
How is Cookie? Did you go? No, she's due to the vets on the 7th.
7th of August.
7th of August. Are any of the eBayers in here going to use eBay Live? All I see is Pokemon cards being for sale on it. Seems to be overdone. Is it all just Pokemon cards?
Oh, on eBay Live. Yeah. I don't know. I think they're obviously trying to start it that way, which is the same way Whatnot started by doing trading cards and Pokemon. So eBay seemed to be trying to go down the same route, which is a shame, really. I'd like to see them open it up to a few more people. But I guess over time they will. They don't want to flood it with people when, could break it.
Pink Panther says both the Gallagher brothers have been arrested tonight with a very serious crime.
Really?
Ooh. Couldn't see that one coming.
Seriously?
Well,
They're in the
apparently.
middle of their tours, aren't they?
Well, they won't be if that's happened.
Oh my God, that's going to cause absolute chaos.
Dan says we've made the difficult decision to go on holiday separately. Andrea will go to Spain with her parents while I keep the store up, and I'll go away with my daughter while Andrea stays at home.
Oh, what a shame.
It is, but if that's how you're finding that you need to keep your business going, but you
Yeah.
can't. That's not sustainable, is it? You can't always
No.
go away separately.
No.
Well,
I mean, I
I'm
wish I
assuming
could,
you like
but-
each other. It's only the older brother. He's been chat. Oh, bloody hell!
Is he the one of them is he one that's not part of the duo? Is he someone else?
It's the third brother.
Oh, okay.
Right. Holiday mode kills the sales, says Dan.
It does, but it doesn't always kill them dead. You know, I still get sales. But you got to do what you got to do
I know.
to make it work.
It's still sad because you need to go on holiday together. It's just where we get the business off the ground.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, like you said, you have to make sacrifices to a certain point, and hopefully at some point in the future that will change.
Big thank you to Limelight Vinty for providing tonight's duck race prize. It is a very, very cute duck, plus a miniature IKEA bag.
That was sweet.
That was cute, that is.
Yeah.
So if you want to win that, well, it's too late to enter now, but that'll be tonight's duck race prize, courtesy of Limelight Vinty. And also, I want to say a big thank you, actually. We mentioned last week about Jeff and Tracy, aka Rick Astley, who had provided a load of duck race prizes for the coming weeks, but also the main one, he's provided this year's Champion of Champions trophy for the duck race.
Yeah.
And this is it. It came all the way from Raleigh in North Carolina. Look at this thing. It's absolutely stunning. This duck stein. You managed to get it here in one piece. Look at that. Now, if you want to win that, at some point this year, you've got to win a duck race.
And then at the end of the year, around about Christmas time, we will hold a Champion of Champions extra race. And this will be one of the prizes, because we normally do like a little hamper. We normally do a little hamper of goodies, but this is going to be ultimately the trophy for this year.
This is the trophy. You can win this, but you've got to win a duck race at some point. Look at that. That's absolutely amazing.
Cookie. Can you smell the pussycats on it? Can you smell the bad cat?
So intricate, the detail on it.
Can you smell patches? Can you smell patches?
And it's a special edition thing. It's got a numbered edition on it.
Just be glad Chris probably hasn't researched it, because if he researched and found out it was worth a fortune, you wouldn't be getting it.
No.
Dan says 2027 back on holiday together. Well, at least you've got a plan.
Yeah, at least you've got something to look forward to.
Bebo says I want to go to America with Dan, so we also need to save up for it. Well, good luck. Like you said, having a plan is always good. Gives you something to aim for.
So yeah, we'll be at the North Wales meetup Thursday, Prestatyn. So if any of you guys are like maybe within a distance of that and you fancy coming along, please come along. Cookie won't be there.
Do you not have to book tickets for it?
You do have to book in advance, but you can still book now. You can still go on the website and book now. It doesn't cost anything, and you get food included. And I think there'll be a couple of eBay reps there and stuff. I don't exactly know what the agenda is, but we'll see. Just a chance for sellers to meet up and
if nothing else,
network.
You get to meet us.
True.
What better prize do they need than that?
Well, it gets me Andrew as well. Moni Mental.
I said prize, not consolation prize.
Oh, oh, that's naughty, isn't it, Cook? Isn't that naughty?
Well,
Mummy
if
naughty,
he still
isn't she?
watched us, he would have heard that, but he doesn't.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
there we go.
Yeah, he don't watch
He's
anymore.
ditched us.
He's too big now.
Yeah.
He's too big in the reselling
He's
world.
ditched. Look how posh she's sitting there.
Very regal. She's gonna get off.
Suzanne says, say hello to my friend Anne, neighbour from Scotland, interested if she's older but being entertained, guys. All right. Okay. Well, hi, Anne.
Hi,
Thank you for joining us and enjoying, and I hope you've enjoyed watching.
Not working. Yay, there it is.
Yay. We've got a couple of add-ons today, haven't we? People joining in.
Must be nothing on telly. Right, we're coming to the end. We're going to get...
You haven't thanked all your supporters.
Oh, good points. We can't forget those, can we? Let's say a big thank you to all our VIP members. Big thank you to all our VIP members. Bebo, David Robinson, Coiny Coins, Flipping Wolf, Mark Hill, Hartwell Ceramics, Andy Green, Nespresso, and loads and loads and loads of more people, all part of our VIP, all get access to our little mini community over on Discord. We have a private community. We all help each other out on there whenever we need it, and we have non-reselling chat in there as well. Basically just a support community. So if anyone wants to join, $2.99 a month on the VIP. Yeah, that's it really. Thank you to everybody who's involved in it.
I remember when this used to be a list you could show and read out.
I know. I know. When we first started thanking everybody, we used to read everybody's list down, name out, and but yeah, we've got 55, I think, at the moment. 55 members. Thank you, everybody, and it's a great little group of people. There's nobody in there who I wouldn't want. Very, very nice people. So thank you, everybody, for being part of it. And that is it for today, other than the duck race, which is coming right now.
Dan says, our July sales good, Chris.
Our July sales good. Mine are pretty average at the minute. Depends what you're selling, really. If you've got a load of T-shirts and shorts, then you're probably going to do quite well. Depends what you're selling. Oi, Cooks.
We need to get this duck race done. She's doing my head in.
She's starting to get restless. She goes about an hour sometimes, and then she starts getting restless. You want attention, don't you?
But right. Me. She's mithering me.
She don't mither me. Okay. Are we ready for this duck race? Right. Let's go back. Make sure we're sharing. We won't want to do it without sharing.
Because we haven't done that before, have we?
Yeah, we have indeed done that. Come here, Cooks. Come here. Let's just make sure we're on there. We're on. Right, are we ready?
How many have we got in the duck race today?
47. So 47, not as many as normal.
No,
not as many.
Really. But better chances, better odds for everybody that's in it.
Yeah, definitely. And we've got a great prize from Limelight Vinty, so thank you again.
TV.
Right. Belle's doing the thing this time.
Anne. Woo!
Oh, God. Better life. Right, here we go, guys. And you ready?
Ready, steady, swim. And as per usual, it's a massive ducks out of the starting line, and I can't read anybody's name. Oh, there we go. The first one that's popped out at the front is Cavalli's in his little Dracula outfit. Then we've got See What You Buy. The Crazy's Life is just peeked there, towards the front, and just below them is Brett. I can see yeah, that one there as well. Deborah Sardine is pushing her way to the front, and Chris Tyler is leading the pack in his little red outfit. John Parker is bobbing along in the middle. I can see Jamie D and Dan. I can also see Emsden pushing their way through in a little Halloween outfit. Pixel has had a nosy, but he's then going back. Deborah Sardine is doing really well, along with the Crazies and Dan. Demise family has now joined the front of the pack, so there's about 4 or 5 of you here that maybe be in with a chance, but you could be peaking too soon because we've still got a minute left. Let's have a look at the back of the pack. I can see Pat Pedler and Phil Higginson. Tam Reselling's in the middle, so is Lin and Gopher. Sharifi's there, Limelight Vintage, Busy J. You all need to get your motors going and get speedy on, or you ain't winning.
Get your motors going and get a
your mo-
speedy on.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Crazies is dropping off now from the front. And who is that that's pushing their way through? Is it Rosie Marsden? I think it's Rosie Marsden that's had a little peek at the front. Deborah is still holding her own along with Cavallis and lost one. Dan has had a look, but now he's given up. He's ran out of steam. We're down to the last 20 seconds. Ali Evans is there. Brett Holt has been bobbing along at the bottom the entire time. He could be a dark horse. Deborah Nardoni's still kind of there, but she's starting to lose steam. Lost one, Kez TV and AMPJ are 3 naked ducks. No, they're not. They're 2 naked ducks. No, they're not. There's a whole bunch of naked ducks. I have no idea. It's going to be the Crazy's Life. It's the Crazy's Life. Well done. That did nothing for my sore tooth.
Well done, Crazy's
Ow.
Life.
Ow.
The Crazy's Life. You are a winner. Are you in? Have we seen the Crazy's Life tonight? You have won the duck race. The prize is on the socials. It's a great prize. If you are here, the Crazy's Life, send me a message on Instagram or Facebook. Send me a message. There you go.
Yeah, well done.
Drop me a message and I'll pass that on to Limelight Vinty, who's going to send out your prize.
How excited were you getting then, the Crazy's Life? Were you like on the edge of your seat, like, come on, swim?
The problem is, the winner, you don't normally see him until the end.
Yeah.
It's like you can't even cheer him on, can you?
It's the Crazy's Life second win this month.
Okay. Yeah, Deborah peaked too early.
I thought you were in there, Deborah. You were bobbing along quite nicely. Yeah, I hate it when he gets his phone out. That means the tart's coming out. She is a tart.
We need to get a clip of bread where
Yeah,
she's going,
you
you tart.
You know, slowly everybody's on my side. You're going to become the AI cheater.
Right, are we ready for ChatG to come in at the end and give us a bit of a reseller related
Pitco
joke?
says, Chris, it's the same as last time. Send it to mine.
Oh,
He's
okay.
there at mine.
I'll try and dig out that message then. Where did we message? Was it Instagram or I can't remember? Was it Discord or what? Just drop me a quick message to jog my memory where it was, because I forget these things. Right, yeah, no ladder jokes. Okay, we are pretty much done for tonight's show. Thank you everybody for coming in and being so interactive and chatting away with us. WhatsApp. Okay. See, I wouldn't have got that.
I do apologise because I've yawned literally so much through this show, but my fatigue's playing up. So it's not you guys. I'm not bored.
Have I played this clip before? Hang on.
Hello, big boy. You're gorgeous.
The same tooth that I was going to have out earlier in the year is playing up again, and I'm booked in to have them try to take it out on the 8th.
Have we played this clip before?
Which one?
Hello, big boy. You're gorgeous.
Hello, big boy. Have we seen that before?
Yeah. Why?
No, I just saw it there in my media thing, and I thought, I don't remember playing that one before.
Yeah, we've played it a few times.
Okay.
You just wanted to see if Emsden was
were
still
alive.
with us.
Yeah.
There you go. They are.
Yeah. Right.
Chris, did you go see Coldplay with your AI girlfriend?
Yeah. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's get ChatG in for the end of the show. Hi, ChatG. How are you doing this evening?
Hey, Chris. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you? How's your evening going so far?
Very good, thanks. We're on our Monday Night Live.
Nice. The Monday Night Live shows are always a blast. How did it go tonight? Any fun moments or exciting sales come up?
Well, we were talking about Vinted and how it can be great and how it can be terrible at the same time.
Oh, I can totally imagine. Vinted definitely has its pros and cons. Did you end up sharing any funny stories or interesting experiences you had on there?
It's mainly about sort of postage and how people send things wrapped in Tesco bags and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, the classic Tesco bag packaging. It's always a bit of a surprise what you're gonna get when you order from Vinted. I bet that got a few laughs during the live show.
Oh yeah, very funny. Yeah, very funny.
I can imagine. It's
like
it's
I'm
always
not
good
here.
to have a laugh. I'm glad you.
Anyway, Chat G, listen. Do you know what I'm going to ask you now?
Let me guess. Could it be something about a fun joke, or maybe an update on some reselling news?
Oh, she's so
Or you might just
smart.
surprise me.
Right. We need to have a proper joke this week, Chat G, right? Here's the rules of the joke. No ladders involved. No boot sales. This time, I want a dad joke that's based around eBay. And once we've done the dad joke, I want you to say goodbye to everybody in the chat, thank them for being here, and blow a big kiss to my wife, Bargain Bell.
All right, I've got you covered. Okay, here we go. Why did the eBay seller go broke? Because he kept bidding farewell to all his profits. And with that, thank you everyone for being here, and a big kiss to Bargain Bell. You all have a fantastic evening.